Hello, hello, my beautiful soul. Welcome back to Trading Trauma for Transformational Miracles. I'm your host, Arlene Vernon, and today we're talking about something that every single one of us has wrestled with, probably even today. It's that little voice that says, I know best, or I can fix them. Or, my personal favorite, oh no, you didn't just say that about me. Yep, we're talking about that. Little friend of ours, ego. Meet your inner know-it-all. Now, before we get started roasting our egos, let's get something straight. The ego is not evil. It's just overly dramatic. The ego is a little like that friend who always has to be right, even when they're dead wrong. They mean well, but they are exhausting. The ego's job is to protect you, to keep you safe, and to make sure you do not humiliate, abandon, or ignore. But sometimes it confuses protection with perfection. And that's when we start defending our pain instead of healing it. When you're always trying to prove something, prove you're good enough, prove you're right, prove you're okay, you're not living from love. You're living from fear. And my friend, fear is loud, but love is quiet, confident, and free. Story time. The mystery villain. So let me tell you about a time I was absolutely certain I knew who the villain was in my story. Like a courtroom level certainty. Gavel, verdict, no appeals. There was someone in my life who kept creating mass chaos. Everywhere I turned, another problem, another inconvenience, another, are you kidding me right now? Moment. In my head, I went, oh, it's them, obviously. I have the narrative locked in. Their tone, suspicious. Their timing, all too perfect. Their smile, way too innocent. Case closed. Except it wasn't. Because slowly, awkwardly, reality tapped me on the shoulder, like, hey, bestie, are you sure about this? Turns out the person I was quietly blaming, the one I had emotionally convicted, wasn't the cause at all. They were just nearby, visible, easy. The actual source of my chaos was someone else entirely, someone who blended in, someone who seemed harmless, someone who, in hindsight, was probably dealing with way bigger issues than any of us knew about. Here's the part that still sits heavy on my chest. The wrong person paid the price for my certainty. They felt the tension. They felt the side eye. They felt the unspoken blame. And eventually, they left. Not because they were guilty, but because being misunderstood is exhausting. And that was my wake-up call, because my ego wanted someone to blame, but love wanted me to slow down. I realized something important that day. When we're hurt, overwhelmed, or feeling invaded, our brains don't search for the truth. They search for relief. And sometimes relief looks like pointing the finger. Here's the thing, certainty without compassion can do real damage. We don't always know what battles someone else is fighting. Control issues, fear, anxiety, mental health struggles. People don't come with warning labels. And when we lead with ego instead of curiosity, consideration, and compassion, we don't create peace. We just relocate the pain. So now when something feels personal, when I feel targeted or triggered or wronged, I actually pause and ask, do I know, or am I assuming? Am I reacting with love or from the need to be right? Is this about peace or control? Because being right isn't worth hurting someone who never deserved the weight of our story. And that there is the lesson. Would you rather be right or happy? This is an old saying. Would you rather be right or happy? The ego always chooses right. The soul always chooses happy. Letting go of judgment isn't about being a doormat. It's about choosing inner peace over someone else's drama. It's saying, I don't have to win this argument to feel worthy. I don't have to control this situation to feel safe. I can just let this one go. I do not need to lose anything by forgiving. You gain freedom. And listen, this isn't easy. The ego hates surrender. And every time you release the need to be right, you make space for miracles to move in. That's worth repeating. Every time you release the need to be right, you make space for miracles to move in. Let's start making space. Guided reflection. Breathe with me. Breathe in, nice and deep, and let go. Now bring to mind a recent moment that upset you, a conversation, a misunderstanding, a situation that didn't sit right. Ask yourself, what part of me was trying to prove something? What would it feel like if I just let it go? Now imagine setting that whole situation in your palm, seeing yourself blowing on it gently and watching it float away like glitter in the wind. You don't need to fix it. You just need to free it. Journal time. When you're ready, write this down. Where in my life am I choosing to be right instead of being happy? And what would peace look like if I let it go? Write from the heart. And don't be surprised if forgiveness sneaks in halfway through your sentence. The Ego Detox Challenge. Here's your homework for this week. Anytime you catch yourself about to correct someone, argue a point, or hold on to a grudge, pause, take a breath, and silently say, peace is more important than pride. Notice how your body relaxes. Notice how the air around you feels just a little lighter. That's your spirit unclenching. You're not losing control. You're stepping out of the cage of the ego and realizing the door was never locked. Closing mantra and blessing. Place your hand on your heart and repeat after me. I choose peace over pride. I release the need to be right. I am free. I am calm. I am love. Say it again slowly. I choose peace over pride. I release the need to be right. I am free. I am calm. I am love. Because every time you choose peace, you invite miracles to flow. You make space for love to lead the way. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate doing this healing work with you. Next time, we're talking about one of the most healing, heart-opening things we can do, giving back. How serving others can actually accelerate your own transformation. Until then, stay gentle, stay grounded, and remember, even the ego needs love. It just doesn't need the microphone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and pass it on to a friend who you think might need a little emotional lift.